Hey guys, I'm gonna try and do my face tonight. It's not bleeding as much. Thank God, you guys. So I caught the tail end of this, and I don't know how they've come to the conclusion that it was Charlie Kirk's son that they suspect and one other person. I'm a little confused about this, but this is because I searched Google and other sources because they mentioned TMZ and stuff, and I can't find anything that indicates, but I didn't watch them all the way through because it just looked like normal filings that they wanted to keep it all confidential because everything was so highly politically charged, and also they want to have a fair trial, right? So you can't release too much because there's already been so much debate and conspiracy theories around what happened here. But it's kind of sounding, hold up, let me adjust my chair. It's kind of sounding like basically they said the son did it. Well, his children, I think he has two, because I have been following this case, because that's how I first started getting into this dramatic bullshit, was by watching things like Ruby Frankie and Jody Hildebrandt, and some of the other cases that were going on. So those were my earliest channels where I started doing commentary. And so I'm a little confused because I was following the Charlie Kirk case, and I have done some videos on it of various reactions, and I've interacted with the people running their channels to say, well, I don't know about that. I mean, that seems pretty assumptive. And, there are people on all sides, as Trump would say about Charlottesville. And you know where that can take us, right? If you're on all sides, then you're saying that, there are good people that were acting as neo-Nazis in Charlottesville and killed Heather Heyer, right? And so prior to me actually getting involved in being a part of content creation, this is kind of my pastime right now because I was injured on the job, and now I go through a cyclical pain cycle, but I'm not going to get into that tonight. I've discussed it many, many times, right? So I'm pretty low key at this point, but I feel where these hosts are coming from, that they feel harassed, they feel attacked. I feel the same way. Not only as a political activist who became injured and is being harassed by the highly politically charged nature of our country right now, but also in just the entertainment that I'm watching. I've been attacked by various people, and I was talking to Joffy the other night, and I said, I'm basically down to 4 shows that I'll watch if I'm awake, because my sleep pattern's way off too. I'm not like Michael Jackson levels right now, where I can't sleep at all, but when I do sleep, I generally only get about 2 hours of sleep, and then I wake up for about an hour, and then I try and go back to sleep again, so I get a full 8 hours in the day, right? But I digress, shall we say. Let's watch what Tech Protect has to say. I think he's trying to bring Rastoff on right now for some explanation. What happened was I tuned in right at the end after I had published my own video of the 100-year flood in Yosemite that happened on New Year's Day, 1997. That's why I was trying to do the math around this. I'll get into it. I hit the wrong button. All right, let's
live
go.
on chat, boys. I think he just called. So let's get this set up.
Okay.
Calling him back.
All right then.
Sorry, Rastoff. The notification came in late. If you're watching, I'm returning your call from 10 minutes ago.
I have it sped up.
Rastoff is typing. Let's see what the manager is going to say, boys and girls. One sec, dude. All right, so Rastoff will be back. Let's see what happened. You can't make edgy jokes in this community. These people like to moral grandstand over shit. That is true. And, you know, I don't blame them.
It's not that we like to moral grandstand. It's that they're doing dangerous content. And I think Tech Protects, I mean, I'll have to watch this, but it doesn't seem like he's the worst offender. It really does not seem like he's the worst offender of pushing the limits on what's acceptable. The whole network, most of the shows at this point, are kind of taking the foodie beauty approach to thumbing their nose at YouTube's policies. And I think it's my personal opinion, it's going to be disastrous for them. And it already is showing in their numbers. All of their numbers have declined. All of these shows. It's a poor business strategy. Keem, I know you're going to watch it because you watch everybody. I know you check in, you do your research. I'm telling you straight up, it's a poor business strategy. As somebody who was in the IT industry for sales support, and proposal writing for 22 years, it's a bad business strategy.
Everyone's entitled to have their position about things. If they felt offended, it's their right to feel offended. I'm not going to position about things. I'm getting mad about it. Hey, join the call after. I'm going to put you in members waiting for a bit, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, I think Rastoff, if you're listening, I'm now in live on air. Pop this out so I can do the fucking proper little detail. That should be good. Let's see. Let's go back to OBS. Fire Tech and replace him with Jaffe. That's not going to happen. I think just steer clear of making fun of people who are killed and you'll be aight. Yeah, you know, I can agree. In other places, those jokes are more appropriate, but in these places, they're not. People don't like it. And I haven't really
Yeah, I kind of dropped out once the Charlie Kirk discussion came up because I felt like the chat was being rude to Rec. Sorry, Tech Protect. I felt they were being rude to him, and I just I'm coming out of a health low right now, so I didn't need to watch that right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I dipped while that was going on to see what else might be available for me to watch. Because, you know, basically for a lot of us, the internet, you know, social media platforms have replaced television. So you want to be careful about saying you're on too long, right? Because basically your predecessors were probably watching TV for too long. I'm Gen X, right? I came home from school, sat down at the kitchen table with my grandfather, got my homework done, and then the rest of the night until I stopped for dinner, and then I was watching shows. I watched all kinds of crazy ass shows. My brother liked the cartoons. I liked things like Carol Burnett. I've been posting about Carol Burnett lately. Hilarity. And I think that, like Mike and Keem, I think they're actually looking for that kind of comedy, but they don't know how to recreate it because they're a little bit younger than me. And so they see Jackass as more of an example than somebody like Carol Burnett.
Based my show ever around that type of humor, so it was like out of pocket. It wasn't like what the audience is normally looking for.
What's up, dude?
Rastov, let me put you on the screen. Boom!
Well, I think everyone can agree the way you opened the show definitely came across super fucking sarcastic and like in poor taste, but I think you actually apologized for it properly after that, so that's why.
Oh, he's like using the 5-minute manager. That's a book. I've read all these books too, Rostov. But realistically, I'd love to see your actual resume. Like, where do you have leadership skills? Because it doesn't seem like, it seems like you're trying to be a performer, but you have no resume there either. You're trying to be a leader, but you don't know how to actually manage people because you don't select favorites. I know that, yes, people like that do fail forward. That's what we call it. But it doesn't mean that that's the right thing to do for an organization. I'm just saying.
Back now.
The We Are Charlie Kirk song or no?
Yeah, even the thumbnail a little bit. It's like,
what do you mean?
It comes across in poor taste after like you're being called out for what you did.
But we're all Charlie Kirk.
Please don't go back into it.
Okay, well.
Okay. No, honestly, like.
Well, here's the thing. Charlie Kirk was obviously very polarizing, so we're not all Charlie Kirk. Like, we're not at the higher echelons of society where we have like millions upon millions of dollars that we can hobnob with Trump. All you have to do is look at his Wikipedia page, you guys.
Yeah. You obviously have a lot of people. We obviously don't celebrate murder in the LCU. Like, even though, like, regardless of political takes, you've already said it. We have to be respectful. You know, someone died. You know, and the thing is, there's going to be a massive debate in the chat about it. There's going to be a debate in the Discord about it. It was poor taste. You've admitted it was poor taste.
You know what's the most interesting thing about what I came in on is that they're suggesting that it is not a political assassination, which rarely do they designate that term to people who have not held office, right? But there have been cases where political activists have been assassinated, like Martin Luther King Jr., right?
You left the server that the thing was on. And it was hard for you. But yeah, I wanted you back in the live on there in case any other host wanted to jump up and kind of confront you on it, because there's a lot of people that had a lot of real serious feelings about it. So I'll bring in your intern, because it's his show too now.
Yeah.
Sort of.
By the way, I don't know if you saw this. Jaffe's in my YouTube chat, and he said, "Damn, Rastov, you look great. Good on you. Hope you're feeling good, too."
Thank you, Jeffy. It's been a day. I hope you're well.
Why would you start a stream, Tech, with a smug-ass fucking look on your face the whole time and say, saw we? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You know how retarded you look?
You kicked James? Oh, he's back.
Are you guys surprised that you've hired edgelords? Are you really surprised? Is it bad that you have one edgelord who is taking the opposition view? I mean, if you don't want that type of behavior in your network, then it needs to be ruled across the board. Because some of the shit that people have been doing is just utterly ridiculous and unacceptable. It's self-harm. It really is. And, you know, after they're done with the ED channels, they'll be coming after shit like this. Just keep that in mind.
I'm not kicking anybody out of your show. I'm just saying, you look fucking stupid. This was disrespectful as fuck to America. You're like, in other places, this is okay. You live in America, dude. This is an American show. You know that, right? You said in other places, this is more appropriate. Where, bro?
Oh, again, when you say, like, Rastov's earlier said, a lot of people feel very strongly about the Charlie Kirk topic, right? They felt very
Why do you
offended.
think that would be, Tech?
There's also a lot of people that feel very strongly in the other direction. They're like, yeah, I didn't care. I don't.
Why do you think that would be, Tech? Well, the fact is that he was basically an internet celebrity, kind of like all of you, right? And he was trying to get a rise out of people by being an edgelord. He really was. He had the prove me wrong or something like that. booth that he used to do. He was a giant meme before he ever did this event where he was assassinated, murdered. I don't know. But I guess there's some major development that happens in this channel.
Personally care about
you mean
Charlie Kirk?
people that were getting fired from their jobs because they're too fucking retarded to understand the fucking value of human life? I always get this fucking bullshit from liberal-ass people that don't know anything about combat, war, or death. Like, you're gonna laugh about somebody dying. You've never had to be the fucking person deciding if somebody dies or not, bro.
Yes, I have.
It is a whole different fucking world.
Yes, I have.
He died in front of his wife and kids.
Well, again, look, I know that.
Half of the country loved him to fucking death.
Again,
He died from just saying, prove me wrong? You're talking about, like, your free speech and shit. You don't understand how people could be not so fucking
did you
upset
hear
with
me condone political violence? No, I made a joke.
the sound of a man dying in front of his wife and kids.
And if I was on live stream, Bradley, hold on.
That
Bradley,
soundbite's not fake.
Okay, I get that you're very passionate about this, Steak, but in reality, have you not seen increased violence every time Trump's in office? Like, has the rise of the Tea Party not had something to do with increased violence in America? I mean, coming after immigrant communities, coming after the LGBTQIA, you know, Donald Trump just, I think yesterday or today, or maybe Friday, said that he'd be willing to let Russian oligarchs buy their way into American citizenship. They get to skip the line, you guys.
Was it made by AI? The person yelling Charlie is a real person that watched him die.
I know.
Okay, so can I say something?
Hold on. With the James thing, I'm not condoning political violence. I don't want anyone to be killed for their opinions, right? I don't give a fuck. I'd rather see people put in jail if they're like bad people and violent people. I don't want them to be killed for it. If the state wants to kill you for like a death penalty, fuck it, go ahead. That's different, right?
Dude, I think Nancy Pelosi is fucking garbage. I'm not gonna laugh when she dies. If she gets fucking assassinated, dude, that's outside of God. That's outside of everything that is correct. That is another person deciding, hey, I don't like this guy, so I'm gonna fucking murder them.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just say Nancy Pelosi? Flip. How do I just go back a little bit? It's hard on a mobile. Okay, let me try and circle back on this one because I am unclear how. Hold up. I think he said that, and if he did, I have some words.
If she gets fucking assassinated, dude, that's outside of God. That's outside of everything that is correct. That is another person deciding, hey, I don't like this guy, so I'm gonna fucking murder them in front of their family. It's fucking wrong.
Okay, Steak, you are aware that somebody did try and assassinate her, right? That somebody broke into her house and totally messed up her husband because she wasn't there. She was actually in Washington, D.C. I'd be very careful about trying to do cross comparisons if you guys are not totally in the know.
I don't want to.
It's not funny. It's not a joke.
I'm just gonna say this wasn't my intention to make it political, right? When Pelosi's husband was being.
How about the map that they put together of with targets? You know, like shooting targets. You've been to a shooting range, obviously. You have military background. I have as well because my ex-husband back in the 90s was a gun owner. And so I fired one shot in my life at a target, and I bullseyed. I bullseyed it. But point being is that there are people who want to handle guns. There are people who do not feel comfortable, and that Americans have too many guns, and that they shouldn't be allowed to have assault rifles. Canada has limited their gun ownership to pretty much rural hunting types. Those are the way. It's really hard to get a license in Canada at this point. But we're not very serious about it. I don't understand how you could know. Do you know the history behind this, or are you just like, bam, 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 I hate everything about the opposing view because you're wrong on every point, and Trump did not have a stroke. Okay.
Be in his fucking house, and Charlie Kirk was laughing about it. What the fuck do you mean? He would be okay with making jokes about it.
What was your
Charlie
point
Kirk,
again just now?
Charlie, when wasn't it Pelosi's husband got beat in his own fucking house with a guy like who had a hammer?
When Pelosi's husband was found outside of his door with a man in his underwear and a hammer and no fucking actual proof of what actually happened, yeah, people made jokes about that. If Nancy Pelosi's husband was beaten in his house with a hammer in front of his family, it wouldn't have been fucking funny, would it have been, Tech?
No, but you know what? If there was a good joke about it, I might laugh.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, Steak, that they were both killed by people with mental problems, right? They were both, well, actually, Pelosi's husband survived, but he was severely damaged in that attack. So what about Gabby Giffords? She survived as well, but she was shot like in the forehead. It went like it went through. You know what I'm saying? What about are you too young for that? Do you not remember that occurring? That she's married to Mark Kelly?
But I'm not saying I'm condoning it. You can laugh at bad shit.
You are morally fucking corrupted to not understand why this is so wrong.
No, you're fucking retarded for not knowing that I also agree it's not okay. The action, not okay. The laughing about something, different.
What's funny about it?
You're telling me.
Defend it.
You're telling me.
Defend it. What if you're defending it? What's funny about it? I'd love to hear it, bro.
Okay. He skipped a lot. No, I can't make the jokes. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Well, I guess that's going to be the new status quo at the LCU. If defend it. Okay, so you now, Steak, disagree with Tech's position, even though Keem has given clear instructions to the entire staff to get as edgy as fucking possible, right? He loves his edgelords.
Because it's not fucking funny, you retard!
I can make jokes, but the thing is, I'm already getting in trouble for
Make
making
your
a joke.
joke, then.
I can't. You see, I get censored
Defend
here.
it.
No, I'm getting censored.
Are you getting censored? You're
Yes,
still live, bro. You're still in the Discord. You're still talking, and you're still wrong.
Oh, I can't respond to you right now. Look, again, I can't respond to you right now. You can comment in the chat.
I'm just gonna say one thing because I'm allowed to talk. You're allowed to make jokes, but you're representing Keemstar's platform and you're representing his company Tech, and I think we have to bear that in mind and we have to take things into account.
Yeah, so is Grim. So is Nightmare. Grim was talking about the medical advancements under the Hitler regime. He's never apologized for that. And every time I tried to get an apology from him, he made it a joke. And he told me to fuck off. Right? Right? Nightmare abuses most of his audience. And now he's making fun of Catholicism because apparently he had a bad experience growing up as Catholic. I mean, we did have the altar boy scandal, so I don't know what happened there. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I being too edgy, Nightmare?
Wasn't comfortable with it. Like everyone's different in their political views, right? And I agree with you on a lot of things, and we disagree on other things. And obviously, Steak has been through a lot in his personal life as well. But we're representing not us. We're not us, not our YouTube channel. It's a business that we're representing, and it's Keemstar's name and it's Brandy's name, and you can see how much they're hurt by it. So
there's right and there's wrong. You chose wrong. You chose the wrong fucking option, bro. It wasn't funny. It was a bad joke. It sucked.
Did you hear me
and your
say...
shit apology didn't make it any better.
Look, I'm a little bit delayed behind.
We're not fucking dumb. We're not intelligent people here. You fucking made a joke out of the apology. That's gay, bro.
Nah, dude, if you're going to make a joke out about somebody's death because that you disagreed with their opinions, and you're going to celebrate somebody's death because you disagree with their opinions, then what's stopping somebody from going out and assassinating you based off of your opinions? Like, we're going to take this to the furthest extent we can, because that's where things are going to lead.
All right,
now it's okay.
Let's take it to the furthest extent we can.
Let's not.
Yes. No, but what I'm saying is, if we're celebrating and joking about people's deaths because of their political views, right? And that's clearly why this.
What about if Keem is hiring hosts based on their edgelord capabilities and trying to pair them up with people he knows they will disagree with and fight with, and creating a hostile work environment? What about that?
Assassination happened was based off of beliefs, right? Oh, well, he hurt my feelings, so he deserves to die. Like, that's not a good principle to really put out there, I don't think.
Oh,
I think we should just try to stay away from stuff like that publicly, but no, but people watch stuff, people view things like this.
Specifically said, that's not my opinion. I don't think people should be killed for what they said. If you watched the fucking stream after you got triggered, like a fucking liberal, about, oh, he said sorry and laughed. Yeah, if you continued watching, you would have seen that I said, look, I don't think anyone should be fucking murdered or hurt.
You fucked up on the apology, bro. You fucked up the apology.
No, I don't care.
Yes, you did. You didn't fucking care, and you showed everybody that you didn't
you're too
care.
emotionally attached to this to fucking like actually pay attention to what I said. And you're
How am I too emotionally attached?
You came in
Then tell me
screaming.
I'm wrong.
Because if you listen to what I said,
I've got screaming disease. I'll do that.
Yeah, I know. What I said after the Sawi bit, right? Because again, I don't respect Charlie Kirk. I don't care about the guy. Did I cry when I found out, like, yeah, he had 2 kids and he left and he's not going to be there for his family? Yes. I got so much shit from the circles I roll in, which are more liberal, being like, why the fuck would you cry about Charlie Kirk? And that's because he's a fucking person. And people gave me so much shit about it when it happened live.
Hey, fake and gay, not real, bro. You didn't cry over fucking
Guaranteed.
Charlie Kirk's family, bro.
Guaranteed.
If you actually did, you could not have played that soundbite live on your fucking stream.
Yes, I can, because I can joke about anything if it's funny.
I never joked about, well, I mean, when he was live, I joked about that stupid meme that was going around that, changed my mind, and people kept changing basically what the question was, right? Or what his statement was. That was kind of funny, and it did create a lot of resentment from people on the left. I don't know that you can call them all liberals. I'm a progressive. I was a Bernie Sanders organizer, okay? But anyhow, you're so worried about that. I mean, this is insane. Like, Phil Hartman didn't get as much shit, for the fact that he was murdered. Are we allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't even know. But Phil Hartman was taken out of this world, shall we say. And people didn't fucking protest. We're just like, oh my God, how sad. What a sick person did this. You know what I mean?
Enough. And I can't even tell you why it's funny.
Was it funny enough? Did it get a lot of likes? Did people really enjoy that?
There's a funny joke there. But I can't even talk about it because I'm being censored and I'm told I can't do that.
I'm asking you to help me find it. Where's the funny joke?
I can probably pull up on Jaffe's YouTube channel. We were live when that happened, where I was like, it is sad. And Jaffe's going in about, no, fuck Charlie Kirk, whatever, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, it's sad that a family's now without a father. And there's evidence of me being on the fucking side of this is a bad event. I don't condone political violence. That shit is stupid. It's cringe. There is evidence of this with me being live, giving this take when it happened.
I agree. It's dumb and it's cringe. But you said there's a funny joke, and I'm.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't joke about it, but I did cry when I heard the news, because I hate hearing like anybody has passed in a violent situation like that. But at the same time, I thought, well, he brought it upon himself. He was trying to incite very negative reactions. And he was out in the open doing this. Now, I was surprised that it happened in Utah. That was very surprising to me. But can we get to the point where not you guys necessarily, apparently Tech Protect says that Xylee was doing the research on this, which I find questionable to begin with, because I've been a research expert for 22 years. Before we went into COVID, I got laid off, and then I started doing only outdoor jobs with masks and face shields. KN95, that's what we called them, right? Before we got the actual inoculation, so that we would be protected. I was knocking on doors, standing 6 feet apart, handing a clipboard, and asking them to sign to get measures on the ballot. So this is very interesting, you guys.
And where's that?
I can't tell you because I lost my host role.
Tech, it's not real.
I can't say it. I can't tell you why I think it's funny. I can't. I was told not to, specifically. Fuck am I gonna do? Just be like, no, fuck you, the people that run this shit. I'm gonna go against what you said because Steak wants a fucking explanation. No. What I am gonna do is say, hey, they don't want me to come out here and make jokes about political figures, so I'm not gonna. That's it.
It's not even that. You should give a fuck about the people watching the shows.
That's what I said. If you listen to my fucking.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that you can't make your network. Basically, you're going to become like an extremist right-wing channel if you keep this bullshit up. If you want to be edgelords, fine, but do it on both sides of the package.
If you listen to the entire go back and watch the shows and the Discord, watch my fucking stream. Go back and watch the fucking stream where I talked about disavowing political violence.
Don't be a pussy.
I'm not dealing with this. You literally won't fucking pay
Don't do
attention.
that, Tech.
Wow.
I'm getting mad because you watched, I guess, the first
You
5
were
minutes,
mad.
and you didn't watch the full fucking 15 before you hopped in here, where I went through everything you're
I
saying.
watched your whole apology.
Everything you're saying about how I disavow violence, that's true. I disavow violence. Is it okay to kill somebody? No. Even if they say heinous, crazy shit? No. I don't give a fuck.
What heinous, crazy shit did Charlie Kirk say?
Did I say Charlie Kirk's name there? No, I said if anyone says crazy,
That's what
heinous
we're
shit.
talking about.
Again, I'm taking it to the extreme. Charlie Kirk never said anything like kill all these people. I hate these people. He never said that.
Nope.
No,
course
again. So what I'm saying is, even if you went past that, even if you just disagree, because people just disagree with Charlie Kirk for his takes, right?
He touched on very sensitive topics like gun ownership. Now, the Second Amendment allows you to protect your home. Yes. We should not have assault weapons. And right now, we have access to assault weapons. Like, there's no limit on this. Whereas before, I think it was in Clinton's presidency, there was a ban on assault weapons. And then the Republicans lifted it. There are consequences for your actions. They've been harassing minority groups. They've been harassing immigrants. And when I say harass, I'm not just talking about stuff online where they're making fun of them or whatnot. I'm talking about showing up at their home, detaining them, imprisoning them, and then potentially deporting them back to a hostile nation where they may or may not survive.
For sure, there's people I disagree. But if you were
Disagreeing's
worse,
fine. Shooting him in front of his family's not. That's where the disconnect. I'm not fucking understanding.
You have a disconnect because you're not listening. I disagree. I don't think you should be able to kill people. I disagree with those people that said it's okay. No, it's not okay to ever hurt, maim, kill anybody because they have a different take than you. Even if that take, which is not Charlie Kirk's take, is more extreme. If someone's out there saying, I want all these group of people to be out of my fucking country because they're fucking gross and disgusting and retarded, whatever, you shouldn't kill that person. You shouldn't commit acts of violence because they're talking about stuff like that. If they're doing violence, that's a different story. But Charlie Kirk wasn't doing that. Right? You agree? Charlie Kirk wasn't acting on violence to other groups of people?
You took a long time just now to say nothing. So yes, I agree with your loop.
So again,
Charlie Kirk isn't a bad guy. He shouldn't have been murdered. His soundbite isn't funny. It's not a joke.
it could be funny. I just can't tell you why it's funny.
Make it funny.
I can't. I'm obligated not to.
Make it fucking funny. If it's
I'm
funny,
obligated.
make it funny.
I'm obligated not to.
I don't give a fuck about your obligations.
I do. That's why.
Why is it funny? Do you?
I guess I dipped out too early because when they got on the Charlie Kirk topic, it seemed to me that he was laughing at the fact that he was having technology issues trying to actually pull up the clip. But I guess I missed something. Like I said, I'm watching this for the first time. I have no idea what exactly happened. But I know that I've watched LCU long enough, about a year now, to know that they are trying to be abusive people. Not only to their peers, but also to their audience. And so I just don't know where they're going to land after this and why they're trying to cause so much controversy right before Christmas and right when Hanukkah started. You know, Hanukkah started today.
If you gave a fuck about your obligations, would we be here right now? I've been this whole time. Why did you play the soundbite of his death? Why was it funny at the moment?
I can't tell you. I've been.
Why did you play it? In context, with what was going on in the show, why did you play the soundbite?
There was a funny joke that I was going to make. I also saw that James Holder felt a little uncomfortable about the Charlie Kirk conversation. People were saying, oh, Tech Protect, you kind of look like Charlie Kirk. And then I was going to make a suicide joke about myself afterwards. But I read the fucking room after the soundbite played and was like, probably don't make the suicide joke about it afterwards.
Okay, so you read the room from the soundbite joke.
After the soundbite, I was going to make a joke.
You didn't get up to it. I just want to know why you played the soundbite.
There was going to be a suicide joke about me shooting myself in the neck. Because then I can have an open casket, you know, at least, right? There was going to be a suicide joke in there about myself, a known person who's been suicidal in his past, and I was going to make it funny, in my opinion. But the room did not. I want
to hear the joke. I want to see if it's funny.
You know, it's past it. It's past it. But
it's not past. I want to hear what the joke was. I think it's really funny, and I want to know what it was.
When I tried to kill myself in 2016, I tried to shoot myself in the head with an unloaded gun because I'm a retard, right? And now I was going to make a joke about, now that I know all this, probably go for the neck because the open casket would be easier to like show my family. There was a joke in there, but you know that you have to roll with what's happening. And when Mike fucking goes, was like, no, that's fucking, I don't support that at all. That's fucking bad. I'm not gonna continue, so I stopped it. We didn't go on from that point with any Charlie Kirk shit.
Okay.
Early morning, April 4th, shot rains down in the Memphis sky.
I think you should be able to joke about stuff. Do I think it's
You're
okay?
a
A fucking idiot?
fucking
Yes.
idiot.
Yes. I'm not 54 like you are, dog. I'm not
When
fucking
you
like.
fuck up,
as
okay, I'm
one
just saying,
season.
when you fuck up, what you do is you apologize. You don't go, it's not a South Park episode. You're not ExxonMobil. You can't, so, dude, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody likes that. All you did was upset people more. And if you're like, oh, I'm going to booster gold my way, it's not working. You're not booster gold because people expect better from you because you're not retarded. When booster gold is retarded, everybody goes, you know what, he's actually retarded.
Why
And
do
they
you
let
think
it
I'm doing
fucking
an apology
go.
stream? I'm not doing
This is the shit I've ever fucking seen.
Why don't I apologize often?
You fucking, then don't say the type of shit that you're saying, dog.
Did you
Either
notice how I
own it-
said I wasn't going to say the type of shit like this anymore? Yeah, we
Doesn't matter.
agree.
You already said it.
Well,
So they deserve a real apology.
hello, scumbag.
Not some gay ass, I'm sorry.
Hello, Mr. Protect.
So I'm sorry. Who the fuck is this guy?
I didn't bring him up.
I'm here because I was brought here a while ago, and now I'm here because I haven't been.
I have a feeling that this roast was fully intended by Keem to get views for the show so that he could make him, Tech Protect, the new Nightmare, because Nightmare jumped the shark last week.
Using my intro role. I have a song for Lacey, though.
Go to Babes. She's on Babes.
I know I tried, that didn't bring me up, but she's going to stream snipe you soon.
Tech?
Should I go back there if she doesn't bring me up?
You can, if you want to move, stay. Fuck, I don't care.
I'll be back. Or maybe, if you bring me.
No. You fucking idiot. No, this is not an intern time. Interns will not call in for 6 months and be like, you know what, Charlie Kirk's assassination is the perfect time for me to get some airtime, you fucking retard.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't even understand that thought process.
That guy's retarded.
I just want to know why you played the soundbite.
There was going to be a lead on to a self-suicide joke.
Okay,
But-
let's play it out. Let's play it out. Whew. Charlie. What's the joke?
Well,
My sound effects was Charlie getting killed in front of his wife and kids, and then a bystander yelling out his name in surprise. Then you go into your joke, which was,
if I ever was going to go out, next shot ain't half bad. If I've been suicidal before, and if I was going to plan an open casket, hey, I can still show my face. It would have been something like that. It's not fucking. I'm still working on it. I'm still polishing up the joke. But it's not related to political violence and or like the family aspect of it. It's like, oh, a guy died by getting shot in the neck. Now there is context, like the fact
I
that
don't even know
his
how to
family, that's
respond
bad.
to you because this is just the worst fucking. It was such a bad joke. It was such a not funny joke that I'm sitting here smiling at like, I've seen you do content. I've seen you be funny. So I'm just like, what the fuck was this?
I know. It's not my normal fucking type of content. It's not my normal fucking
You owe
type
these
of
people the
humor.
real apology.
Well, do you guys even realize that JD Vance's widow recently filed for divorce against JD Vance, and that one of the rumors out there, and I call it a rumor because I don't know, but the getting that dude from the DOJ involved, they were treating it like an assassination rather than a YouTuber getting shot, right? Who was a political antagonist. They put more resources on that than they did on the man that was killed at Burning Man just a few weeks earlier, right? So the question is why? Why did they intervene? Why did they take over the investigation? And if you've ever watched any cop shows, generally, he's the head of the FBI, right? He's the head of the FBI, that guy. Generally, the FBI has to really come in and work with the local associations because it's not going to be in their jurisdiction. They're there to provide support. And yet all the press conferences were being done by that guy. Is his name Kash Patel or something? Who had no resume to be appointed to the head of the FBI in the first place. He was a political commentator on YouTube. Where's the fucking... And by the way, he's doing so poorly in front of Congress right now that Trump is thinking about pulling him and replacing him.
You know these people, you owe Keemstar?
I gave
Brantley.
I apologized to Brantley directly. Oh, no, you watched the stream. She was in there. I was talking directly to her when she was
I
commenting.
watched her as a moderator talking her fucking shit the whole time. Can I drag Candy up? Apparently she has something to say. She's an intern that's not a serial killer.
Can you confirm that she's not a serial killer? She gives off vibes.
Oh, yes.
Candy,
Drag me up because
if you're going to talk, honey, go ahead and put your webcam on.
I don't have my makeup and shit on, but I'm here to fight, and that's on God.
You have to be on camera for the show.
So,
Yeah.
There we go.
Is my camera on?
Yeah.
Yes. Don't talk shit like he's a human person that was assassinated in front of a million people and his people. If you want to do the S dating word that you want to do, go ahead and do it. That's not funny on any account. And I don't give a fuck if you don't like him. He still is a person. And that's the problem that's missing in the America world that we live in. Motherfuckers are people with human ass hearts and shit.
Yeah, and Candy has said that she lives in Virginia. I believe she said she lives south of Richmond. Virginia is a purple state because there's a lot of colleges out there. There's like 5 different colleges out there, and they had a shooting, one of these on campus shootings at the one that's close to, is it Virginia Tech? It's the one that's close to the state lines with West Virginia and Tennessee. I lived there too. I was there for 3 years. So that's why I'm constantly like, hey, have you gone to this place or have you gone to that place? That's why I'm saying it, is because I actually lived there for 3 years. That's where I got involved in proposals. That's how I started writing proposals, was through that company.
Stop it. He was assassinated. It's not funny. You can't make a joke about that. And you damn sure ain't gonna clown on motherfuckers that served our country and died for our country. And that's on God. So
Assassination is generally used as for politicians or political activists. I don't think Charlie Kirk was either of these things. I think that he was somebody who was an edgelord. He was trying to irritate people in person. He was putting himself at risk every day, and with his extreme opinions, and trying to get a rise out of people. And if you're constantly doing that, there will be some risks. Like, you better have a security team around you. And also, the early reports said that the FBI was there to actually protect the event. And then they retracted that. There was so much misinformation when this first came out that it really didn't make a lot of sense. And also, if you look at the angle of the shot, like where the building was versus where the shot entered his throat, right about here, the person would have had to be standing almost directly in front of him to make that shot. And the kid who is being charged with this right now was on a rooftop at a vertical angle to the stage. I don't know how a bullet goes like that. Like, or if it's going a straight shot, how it ends up turning right in the neck. Like, I'm following the case. I'm not trying to make any assumptions. But I also saw a report just a couple weeks ago saying that they let him go, that they had ruled him out as a suspect, and apparently not. That much I found, is that there was an update today, but I didn't want to watch it because basically it opened up with, well, we need to make sure that everything's confidential. Okay, so am I actually going to learn anything today or not? Because if you're trying to establish confidentiality and that it's, not available to the public yet, I'm sure you'll be able to get it through FOIA requests later. And for those of you who don't know, that's the Freedom of Information Act, which, by the way, Midas Touch, bravo. They are trying to get the Epstein records right now, and the DOJ is saying that the information they're requesting has no public merit. Nobody's interested. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. You know, the 5 years that I spent with an identity and security company where we were providing the live scans, that's the fingerprints, the iris scans, and facial recognition technology, right? That was my side of the business. This was a huge global conglomerate that I worked for. But that was our specific company, right? We did FOIA requests every time we lost a bid because we wanted to get the responses that the other vendors submitted so that we could know what their strategies were. And that's perfectly legal.
Boy, make it as funny as you think you might make it. That's fuck shit right there. You did fuck shit tonight.
I don't believe Charlie Kirk was a veteran.
And then you made him your motherfucking thumbnail?
The playing of
How
Charlie
bad
Kirk
do you need content?
retard for that for sure.
How bad do you
don't
need
like the,
content?
you don't like the song?
Not from you. No.
Wow. We're all supposed to be like Charlie Kirk.
Your unironic, sarcastic, gay-ass fucking theme song leading into a gay-ass, fake-ass apology? No, I didn't buy it.
What do you mean gay-ass, fake-ass apology? It was a real apology.
Shitty-ass, fake-ass, not real apology. Badass apology.
What's badass? Listen.
Badass as in like fucking worn-out street
Motherfucker, you're a stupid ass. Motherfucker, do you get a check from the
we got
state?
TTS. Hold
So
on.
you have to be
got
booster
TTS,
gold
Candy,
type
hold on.
level type shit.
And I got to tell you. That Tina Nod super chatted $9.99. Tech, keep in mind how gruesome it was. Most people have never seen anything like that. It legit traumatized millions of PPA and they have a real emotional response to that. At B_I_L_L_L_Y_Y_.
That is a crazy username.
$10. Did you actually watch the video of the murder? It's not funny. Kids lost a father.
Yes. I did watch the actual video, and again, when it happened live, I was crying. And people may call me bullshit because I made a joke about it afterwards, but I legitimately was sad. I went on Jaffe's stream that same fucking day and was in tears. I was like, a family lost a dad. That's fucked up. No matter who it was, it's fucked up. The kids don't know anything about their dad besides this is the guy that takes me out to the fucking ballpark. I think I shared a picture of like, oh, Charlie Kirk last week was at the beach with his kids, and next week, never again. Like it
was an attack on the country, and it was an attack on free speech by people that were too scared of a man that all he did was speak his fucking opinion, bro.
Oh, the irony. The irony, Steak. Are you for real? I mean, like, everybody has to deal with less informed people, right? And it's us to be the educators, not the attackers. Well, you have to have some consideration here for XYZ reasons, right? But then the less educated come after you for even just trying to offer some intelligence.
Him for speaking his opinion?
I don't disagree.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's bad. I disavow.
Where's the joke? Why'd you play the clip? Where's the fucking joke? I'm trying to figure it the fuck out, dude.
You can, okay.
Because I'm disappointed and you're trying to say I'm triggered. I'm just like, logically, mathematically, if we look at how comedy works, let's fucking figure this sandwich out. I don't think it's edible. Nobody wants to eat this fucking sandwich.
Do you personally think, like, there's jokes that should not be made?
Yes.
What are the things that you shouldn't joke about?
Having sex with kids. Political people being fucking assassinated.
If you heard a great Abraham Lincoln joke, you'd be like, no, bad.
It's been 200 fucking
Okay,
years
all right, so there's some context, right?
There's a time limit.
You can make jokes about the Titanic because it's been a while. Maybe give Charlie Kirk's children time to get out of elementary school. Are you serious?
They shouldn't be watching Lolcow Crypt.
They shouldn't have seen their fucking father murdered!
I agree.
Dude, you're just full of bad takes tonight.
No, I've lived a different life where this shit doesn't...
You were full of bad takes.
This doesn't
You've had a
traumatize me.
soft-ass life, Paisa. You've had a soft-ass
You
fucking
think I've
life.
had a soft-ass life?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yes.
No fucking shot.
You're living way too liberal to have had a hard fucking upbringing, bro. You are way too comfortable.
You don't know shit about me, Steak. What the fuck?
I'm telling you what I think.
Then you don't even fucking know, dog.
Okay, well, isn't a huge part of the LCU fucking people getting to know you? Maybe you should have shown your personality this whole time instead of edgy ass shit jokes.
Do you know how many times I've talked about fucking sad Cybertech life events?
Yeah, we see you cry all the fucking time, but it's still a joke when you put someone's
upbringing, dog, is
sound
way
bite.
tougher than your upbringing was. I guarantee it.
Jesus.
I guarantee it.
Okay.
You're the soft
Your
one.
life
You're the one being soft when you're crying about this shit.
And I somehow learned to be a better person out of it. I'm not gonna fucking make the easiest fucking joke physically possible, bro. A Charlie Kirk joke? What are you, 14 on Facebook?
Oh, I'm 28, and I thought I could
Most
make it
people
funny.
outgrow that shit after 14, after they get off the
All right,
MySpaces and the Facebooks, they fucking move on.
To address Tina Nod's, don't know, tech, keep in mind how gruesome it was. Most people have never seen anything like this in their life. It truly traumatized millions of people. That's true. It was a very eventful thing for a lot of people. Most people have never seen that type of violence in their lives, and it was blasted everywhere. It was on Twitter, it was on Facebook, it was on Instagram, it was on YouTube. People did YouTube videos the hour of. where they were showing the moment. That's fucked up. That's not okay.
The same fucking type of people literally tried to do it to Donald Trump.
I guess these people never watch the news because they've apparently never seen the footage of JFK getting shot or of Martin Luther King or of just standard people. I mean, I seem to remember there was a car wreck up by Griffith Park where dude was drunk driving and speeding, and he had some sort of collision and ended up flying out of his windshield and going through one of those signs, you know, that like, this is the exit for Los Feliz or something like that. And they had to close down the freeway for hours to reclaim the body, but that was all over the news. Or the guy who committed a sewer slide on an overpass and had a political message behind it. Not really political, it was more personal, but it was something like he was already had like cancer or something, and he couldn't afford health care. There's been lots of cases that have made the news, and it seems like nobody watches news anymore because we're too afraid to talk about politics. You can't talk about politics, religion. What's the third one? I know there's 3, right? You can't talk about those things at the dinner table, I guess, is supposed to be the classy rule for how you handle this shit. But it ends up being like a life force for some people. And it's so ironic because this is a group of people who try and use edgy topics like that to their advantage, and they're all dogpiling Tech Protect. Why? I don't get it.
Not very long before the Charlie Kirk assassination. It's not a joke because it has been a fucking repetitive pattern throughout American politics of unstable people trying to murder people. And when it finally happened, it happened to the least violent conservative man in America. The most likely to be a martyr. Charlie Kirk hasn't hit anybody, hasn't fought anybody, hasn't said any crazy shit, bro. He was the moderate that was helping bridge gaps, and he was murdered for it. And you were just like, yeah, fuck him. For what? What did he do that was so bad?
Who said fuck him?
You.
I don't think that we should be pearl clutching a joke.
Pearl clutching.
I don't.
What was the joke? I asked you what this.
Can't make the joke. I literally have been told not to make the joke.
There should be a joke. If you're pearl clutching on the fact that there's a joke.
At Maldive Shift Super Chatted $13.32. Guys, chill. This is what Mossad wants.
This is quite literally, like, first of all, Charlie Kirk was inspiring young people. He was coming for the young vote, and that was, I guess, his activism was through live streaming and creating videos and going to speak at college campuses. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I think it was like Milo Yiannopoulos or something like that. He was from Europe, and he was also touring the college campuses and got a similar, very hostile reaction. Obviously, he's still alive. But what took him down is that he agreed that it was okay, that the pedophile behavior he had was okay. So you have to consider, like, are you standing for your beliefs? Are you practicing it in your daily life? And if you're not, who the hell are you? And practicing, I'm not talking about just within your own household, but by the people that you back. The people that you back. Are you vetting your candidates? Are you actually checking to see that they don't have any weird scandals? And if you find out that they do have a weird scandal, you disavow, right?
Yeah. I realize, again, my position here is not to go forward with trying to expand upon my political beliefs or opinions, right? It's not to make light of traumatic events in our country It's to be a funny, silly guy who makes people laugh. So I don't want to go down the path of explaining what joke it could have been because it's not what they want. The powers that be don't want me to go
Funny
about.
silly guy is political assassination.
Bitch, pussy, motherfucker. I literally said that's not it. That's literally what I said.
That was the joke.
Oh my God.
And what was the joke, Tech?
I can't tell you the joke. Take your fucking medication. Take your meds now, dog. You are living in a reality that does not exist. This reality that you're living in, where you're responding to, is not the real one. Wake up.
All right, you fucked up your apology.
You're asleep.
What you said was wrong. No type of joke is going to make you less wrong. You owe people a real apology. You suck, Tech. That was wrong. You fucked up, dude. You went way too far. It wasn't funny.
I didn't even go far. I could have went way farther. That was like milquetoast far.
And what is the fucking
That was
joke?
dipping a finger into the water to see what the temperature was.
Then stick your dick in. What is it?
Can't do it.
Okay.
That's not what I'm hired here to do.
Okay.
You have to have a little respect for that, right? The powers that be told me. The powers that be told me, hey, Tech, this is your first time doing this thing where we don't agree with how you're talking about politics. Don't do it in the future, okay? And I said, yes, I won't do it in the future. And you're out here like, nah, dip it again, do it. Fuck you, Steak.
If I said something on my show and I was called to attention for it, I would either apologize correctly because I was wrong, or I would stand on it. You're doing some half-ass, pussy-footed liberal.
Okay, well, all of you hosts that have jumped in on this conversation, could you not have had a meeting in private about it rather than make it the content for the whole show? Or are you trying to get hate watchers, or do you actually thrive on this type of debate and argument? So let us understand, what is your purpose for the content? Because it's already been well established that you guys are scripted a little bit more so than improv, right? You're given a scenario. I had improv because I was in performing arts magnets, and I also took it at the high school down where I live here as well, right? And the college that I went to. I've done lots of improv. So the question would be, are you given a scenario, or are you given, okay, this, then this, then this, then this? Like, the storyline needs to hit all of these things. That's not usually how it's done. Like actual improv. What you're describing is more like a Carol Burnett show, which is they're given several target points that they have to hit, and how they get there is up to them. And they are far superior to this network. I'm just telling you straight up. If you guys are serious about your acting craft, you need to start watching Carol Burnett.
Well, fence riding shit in the middle.
I'm not even liberal.
It's not honorable.
I'm not liberal.
Mr. Californian man, you are a little fucking liberal compared to everyone else.
Do you think I was born and raised in California?
Is the joke that he died because you played the clip, at that time? Was it like an instant death joke?
No.
Was it like, did you play the clip
I can't
at that time?
tell you the joke, Steak. I can't tell you the joke.
You were just like,
the joke's
because
over.
he died at this moment.
It was bad.
This clip makes a lot of sense to play.
It made people upset. So
I've
we're
got it on my
not going
screen
to continue this way.
Because I want this joke to happen.
It's not on my stream deck. It was on a soundboard in a Discord server I was in that I left.
That Discord server?
Yeah, I left that Discord server.
Tech Protect. Just a fucking hero for us all.
Thank
we should
you.
all try to do better.
I deserve my flowers.
We should all try to be like, no, fuck you, you're an idiot.
I appreciate
that
it.
was bad, it was stupid. But did you play the clip because it's when that guy died?
What do you mean?
Like when you played the sound effect, was that the joke? Was it somebody dying was the joke? Was it death related, or was it just like because he said Charlie and the joke was like, I knew this guy named Charlie?
Oh, you really aren't here, are you?
I'm just asking you what it was.
I literally explained this like 12 minutes ago.
But you haven't told me the fucking joke. And I want to know what the joke is.
I'm not going to. I respect. Look, every time any type of business conversation.
Well, and let's not forget that, first of all, this is his second show for the day. The original show I was watching, most of it, but I dipped out when the Charlie Kirk conversation came up because I was like, fuck it. Like, I need more peaceful things today because I'm coming out of a health low. So I dipped. Plus, being real, I don't trust anybody's opinion on this network in regards to politics. So why would I want to watch them try and get it. Like, for instance, even Tommy C the other day was saying that South Africa was imperialized by the British Kingdom. No, actually, it was the Dutch. I'm just telling you straight up. Go watch the movie Biko. It was the Dutch who colonized South Africa. All right, but anyway, it's like watching people who got C's in history have a debate.
With
It's not about
Keemstar
business,
or
it's
Brownlee,
about
whatever,
you.
whoever's in charge, Rastov told me not to.
You're hiding
Hey.
behind Keemstar.
They had a conversation, and they said, Tech, make the apology, don't do this in the future, and I'm not going to do it in the future.
It was
That's
a shit
it.
apology.
In your opinion, that's true, that's fine. But I mean,
Not my opinion, the majority's opinion. I'm speaking for the
I don't give a fuck what the majority.
Tonight I am the...
I care
forgive
about the
them.
powers that be.
And you're covered in meat. You fucked up. You did bad, bro.
I'm happy stuff.
I'm disappointed as fuck because I've literally fucking been on your fucking side since you've been in the LCU. Just
I
like
don't
you
know
were
what
on
The majority of the people that you put in Discord and don't ban for disagreeing with your position, right? Like, I got kicked out of the Discord because Nightmare was mad that I freaking did a React piece to him. Okay.
my side
Yeah,
initially.
this weird dick ride. I don't know what the fuck it's about. I don't know what you're so triggered about in this whole conversation.
That is the issue with your entire apologies. You don't understand how bad it is what you did.
What do you mean?
Huh.
You don't understand why I'm mad.
Look, I'm only sorry, and just let me say this whole thing before you interrupt me, because you're going to have so much ammunition to shit on me afterwards. I'm sorry about how what I said affected other people, because they don't come here to be preached to by me, of all people, about politics or humor of the dark variety or whatever. They don't want that out of me, right? That's not what I've done in the past, and obviously, from the powers that be, that's not what they want to see me do in the future. So I'm sorry that I did that. I will be the entertainer that they hired me on to be, which is not this political guy. So I'm sorry. I won't do that. I did not mean to trigger people. I did not mean to get, people to relive a traumatizing event. I don't mean to shit on people that you viewed as a hero. It's not what this place is for. It's not what this place will be. That's what I'm sorry about. Do I like Charlie Kirk? No. Did I hate the guy? No. Did I think he deserved to be do I think he should have been punched in the face ever for what he said? No. Even that's fucking weird and cringe. Have conversations.
That is hilarious.
It could have been.
It's a good joke.
It could have been.
if we knew what the joke was.
It could have been.
It's blue balls. It was a giant lead up for a joke. It was a big deal, but we never got it.
We never got it. We won't, because I was told, don't do it. So we're not doing it. It's that simple.
You gave them a very political apology, and I'm glad that you're able to put on your business mask for that, but you actually hurt people's feelings. In a bad way, and not in a funny, ha ha ha, that's the LCU way, I fucked up, I went too far away. You should probably talk to James Holder, too. He's your co-host, and he's pretty upset.
Oh, he did the booster goal thing. Said his thing and he left.
Okay.
Steak needs meds. I don't know. I don't think he was actually listening to the conversation. He had his take. He stuck to his take, and anything I said, he didn't care. I'm sorry you feel that way. Kinda, yeah. It's not like an apology from my heart that I did bad. It's an apology that I disrespected the fucking idea of what the show's supposed to be, about the fucking person I'm supposed to represent, or the character I put on for the stream. Haha, look at me dance. Puppy scam. I've not built up this fucking, listen to my political conversations personality. It's true. I was not homies with the guy. I'm sorry. The opinions I've seen are people are upset because they went through a very traumatic experience with the whole Charlie Kirk thing, and they're feeling bad about it. And they're not happy that a father was taken away from his family, which are sentiments that I support. I don't want.
Dude, I know how you're feeling right now. Like, as a proposal writer, I had to actually write apologies for, like, executive managers and stuff, and help them craft the company message for how we backfired, right? We're very sorry that we delivered this information in a way that we did not intend. That was not my goal to communicate it that way, and therefore I feel that I could have stated it better, and I didn't treat the subject with appropriate humility. That would be like something that I would say in a circumstance like this.
A father to be taken away from his family, and I don't want to traumatize an entire fucking generation of people that are out here sad because they witnessed a very traumatic event. I don't want to re-traumatize people. I am sorry for those things. Am I sorry for comedy? I didn't even get to make the full joke I wanted to, because I read the room that James was not having a good time, so we stopped. Telling Tech to go F himself is a valid response. Tech has disavowed political violence and has stood on that the entire time. Please don't take away from what he does. Yeah. Mocking, laughing, celebrating, and making content out of someone who died or speaking words is pure evil and disgusting. Her name is Final Chicken. Right? It's gonna be hard to take you seriously. I wasn't mocking, laughing, or celebrating his death, but using him as a reference and a joke is fair game in comedy. I give no F's about Charlie Kirk. A week after it happened, it means that much to me. Yeah, like I'm not here to push that type of ideology or to divide a community about this topic. I don't condone political violence. I'm not happy with the fact that he was killed in front of his family. All that shit's bad. It's obviously bad. I've said it's bad. Some people are going to be very stuck in their ways about receiving this type of like conversation and just hate. Boogie did the tight baby joke and was all right. Everyone donated the next day. Yeah, I would personally say I'm not the most controversial person in the LCU. But that's not what I'm here to say. It's, I wasn't hired on to give political takes, so I'm not going to give a political take. That's it.
Well, I mean, Dan, this is what you've been asking for out of your staff. You've been looking for these moments. You're looking for a numbers boost because you're losing your numbers. But you're having your cast do like a Trump argument of, well, they're growing. No, you're not. The last time I tried to watch a few minutes of Test, they only had 24 viewers. And that was one of my favorite shows. I really liked Nightmare's approach to presenting content when he was not paired with Grimm, because Grimm tries to use that magic formula you have of just simply being abusive to his co-host. And I don't like that. And now they're trying to flip the tables, and it doesn't work that way either. What are you going to do if Grimm gets salmonella poisoning? I mean, you're close to my age. Do you not think about the kids that you're employing and how you're crafting this network? Because it seems like you want to be in the background, but you can't tolerate being in the background, so you're jumping on the shows. You make everything public rather than having private conversations with them. And that's the content? Shouldn't they have actual, here are the subjects we're going to talk about today, rather than constantly getting interrupted by not only you, but every other host in the network jumping in their shows? Can't these be unique shows? I just, obviously you feel like you're making money. I don't know.
Sorry about how that affected people. Sorry, I did not engage in the content you guys are used to from me. You don't like violence, it sucked, especially in front of the family. Yeah, that's horrendous. Stop comparing what you did to what someone else did. You did wrong and you know it. I mean, for the reasons that I said, but yeah, that's it. Do I think you shouldn't be able to make jokes about it? No. If someone wants to go onto their stream and make jokes about Charlie Kirk, I'm not going to be in their chat like, you should be removed from the internet. That's fucking awful. Because the free speech, right? You can do whatever you want with your community. This isn't my community. This is the Keemstar community. So I'm not going to make jokes about that. That's it.
Well, there's always going to be a-holes out there that do make jokes about things. Like, for instance, I was in elementary school when the space shuttle blew up before actually entering space because it had a faulty O-ring. I think that's what the problem was. I mean, it was a long ass time ago, right? I think I was in the 5th grade or the 6th grade when that happened. And within just like an hour or so, people were asking, do you know what color Krista McAuliffe's eyes were? And, you know, obviously we'd say no. They were blue. One blew that way and one blew that way. Americans are assholes. You know it. I know it. And a lot of people are getting sick and tired of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys did not agree, you know, give me shit about it. Fucking get into the Discord, talk shit about me in the fucking main chat, post on Reddit, drop the Twitter posts. But, you know, that's where we're at. Sorry to the Keemstar family, you know, Keem and Brantley. I don't mean to push this type of shit on your fucking stage, right? I wasn't here in September when this whole thing went down, and the community was told, like, hey, we don't joke about that here. I joined afterwards at the end of October, and I was not aware that this was like a touchy subject. So yeah. Anyways, I bet the Discord's writing novels about this right now. Probably. It is what it is. Well, chat. Here we go. That's the stream. To be fair, he never mocked nor condoned political violence of any kind. Yeah, I wouldn't ever do that. It's never fair to have your speech ended by someone violently because they don't agree with you. It's just not okay. I don't condone it. I don't like it. I legitimately did cry. And people may call me a liar or cap. I was crying when I found out about his death. It's not okay. I'm not a guy to hold hate in my heart. It's tragic that his family's not going to have him anymore. It's tragic. It's not something we should expect, right? This country's founded on the idea that you should be able to speak your mind and you should be able to talk about your opinions. You shouldn't be in fear that something you say that others may disagree with has earned you a death penalty. That's fucking cringe. There's no way around it.
Well, Tech, I hope you're not taking all this too much to heart because they're being hypocrites. They really are. They're being hypocrites.
So I'm sorry. There's people that love this guy. There's people that really followed him and his beliefs. And I mean, I'm not even touching up on the Christianity religion stuff. I've been known to be... I was a Roman Catholic growing up. I love to do like the little fucking trivia fucking, you know, what does Matthew 6:3 say? And I'll give you the fucking verse. I respect people's religions. I think they ought to be able to practice what they practice. I'm not talking about Charlie Kirk's religious perspectives, right? He was silenced for his political beliefs and it's fucked up. That's where we're at. Leave tech alone. We have all said and done things in bad taste. I certainly remember Boogie telling a Wonder Woman joke that was far, far worse. I'm not even here to compare what I said to what other people in the LCU said. People say shit and people are held accountable for it. And today I was held accountable for it. You know, people above me said, hey, don't do that. That's not okay. We had a whole thing about it when it happened live in the community. We weren't there for it. Going forward, don't do it.
At Irish wristwatch _8 super chatted $49.99. I understand what you meant, Tech. PLS, don't let this discourage you from speaking your truth. Did you hear about it, Rob Reiner?
Is this, oh no, this is just now. What the fuck? Rob Reiner was found dead in his home with knife wounds.
Oh no.
Oh no, wait.
What's the source?
Him and his wife were found dead in their home. It was a homicide, apparently. I had no idea. What the fuck? He's the guy from Princess Bride, right? I respect you, Tech, for admitting fault. Yeah, it's not okay. Yeah, Rob Reiner's dead, and so is his wife. Stabbed to death, it looks like. This is just fucking more sadness today. Thank you, Iris, for the 50. That means a lot. Yeah, it looks like the news currently is saying he was murdered.
I think Rob Reiner, he became a director, but I believe he was originally on Archie Bunker. And that's another show that they might have tried to model their universe after. Because Archie, I can't remember the guy's name who played Archie, but he was actually very much a Democrat. He was a liberal, and he was playing an extreme right-wing, racist, sexist, you know, homophobic, like every possible stereotype you could think. I used to watch that when I was a kid too. Just telling you. And I was so pleased to learn later on in life that he actually he wasn't like that wasn't the character he was. But Rob Reiner was the person that Archie's daughter married. I believe that's where he originates from.
Fuck. I mean, this is a lot of sadness for me, dog. I normally do well with being sad. I might have to cut out the We Are Charlie Kirk song from the beginning of the stream, by the way.
Well, it's
so
still
a lot
up.
of the chat will be gone unless it was on screen during the filming of the live. Sorry, guys.
It's still up right now. I mean, like, I'm watching this a long time afterwards because I'll tell you straight up, I went and I was watching hiking videos. I watched volcanic videos. You know, I tend to pick them by, you know, like being short. I want them to be short. But I watched the long version of this fella. Now I'm spacing on his name. I just published a video about it, actually, because it's up in Fresno, and so I can visit. And I left a message for my mom. We should try and make a plan the next time we go to Yosemite that we stop by this location. He had from sorry to divert the subject here for a second. He had basically bought some land, moved here from Europe somewhere. It was one of the Mediterranean type countries. And I think it was Italy. It might have been Italy or something. And he bought a plot of land that he thought he could turn into a farm, basically. And when he got there to actually see the land, there was only a few inches of soil, and everything underneath it was this hard rock. Like, it's like the third hardest rock in the world was on his land. And so what he did is he started working as a migrant farmer, you know, helping collect other people's produce while he was chiseling out his home in the sand of this location. Like, he's basically has this entire underground labyrinth of a home that is perfectly engineered, and he apparently had no degrees, no engineering experience, but he's got it's still standing today. And it was like over 4 acres underground home. I'll have to share it. I might have already shared it, but it's so amazing. And yet, you know, like, it's the holiday season, you guys. Why are we continuing with everybody must be mad, everybody's got to find a villain, everybody's going to dogpile that villain, rather than trying to get yourself ready for having celebrations with your family, whether you're Christian, whether you're Jewish, whether you're agnostic, whether you're an atheist. There are reasons to celebrate in December for everybody, even the atheists. You can celebrate the fact that you probably have mandatory days off. Right? Am I wrong? I mean, like, we got New Year's coming up. By the way, you know why that we have the Rose Parade in California? Because California wanted to show off to the rest of the nation that we're sunny all the time. It's very rarely rained on New Year's Day in California. Very rarely. The other thing is, the other roads in the other states are called highways. We called them freeways. Why do we call them freeways? Because for most of our existence, we didn't have toll roads. That's new to us, and we're not exactly happy about it, I'll tell you.
See, I don't want to be this type of streamer. I don't want to make people feel upset, enraged, or re-traumatize them to something that big. It's fucked. You have to look at the wider context of the increased political violence in America. You should just avoid making those sort of jokes. People's tensions are high. And I agree. I like to be the silly character who makes fun of Booster Gold, but it's taking good fun. You know, when I was on the show with Booster, I told him after every stream, like, hey, was there any joke that went too far? Are you okay? You know, I don't want to really traumatize the guy. I don't want to fuck him up. So, yeah, going forward, you won't be hearing me give, you know, political takes about political violence or jokes about political violence.
Well, you know, once Keemstar starts using a talent agency rather than just hiring his besties and, you know, friends and family, or referrals directly from them, then maybe we could take you a little more seriously about like how you feel. But it seems like everybody is just like, okay, he feels this way today, so therefore that joke didn't work, so now I have to, you know, offer up this really weird apology that doesn't sort of fit into the LCU because everybody else is doing crazier shit than me, right? Look at Billy. I mean, we've been complaining about Billy for like the whole year, the shit that he does. He's a lazy ass motherfucker, and he's constantly trying to get donations for things like cutting off Xylie's leg.
I wasn't trying to make that connection there. It was stupid. All right, we're gonna head out. It's I mean, if you didn't agree with me, if you think that, you know, that I'm fucked, then let me know. Wait, was it his son? Was it Rob Reiner's son? Apparent homicide. They found the bodies after responding to a death investigation. They identified the home of Rob Reiner's.
Okay, so this is why it confused me, because I didn't hear him talking about Rob Reiner when I tuned in at the very end of this show. And so I thought he was still, because the title of it said it was about Charlie Kirk. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, did he like fuck around and find out in high school? And the baby was given up for adoption? Like, I'm like, okay, doing my research, trying to figure out. And I'm like, I don't see anything. That actually supports that conclusion. Like, so that's why I'm watching it back. I'm trying to figure this out.
Okay, the current update says that the people killed have not been confirmed. So, just that there's 2 dead bodies at his house. This is alleged. It's all allegedly, but I mean, it probably will come out that it is him and his wife. That's what a lot of people are saying. But an update from a news article 10 minutes ago says, so far it's just 2 people. 2 people found dead at his house. Fuck me.
Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up here. I mean, basically, the rest of the stream is Xylie telling him that it's been reported on TMZ. Now, I obviously was not looking for a story about Rob Reiner. I was looking for something about Charlie Kirk. But I did go to the homepage, and I did not see that at the top unless he doesn't... I mean, I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for something with Charlie Kirk in it. So I had no idea what they were talking about. So I'll give you the link to this, and that's it.